Gentle beings, hello, welcome to the first of what is perhaps going to be a series of videos in which I take that little tiny, somewhat annoying voice in my head and I externalize it so that you can understand how I tackle gameplay and what I'm thinking throughout various situations. And obviously, I want to do it in live games because that way it feels more genuine and genuine. You can understand what prompts certain thoughts and actions. Gonna play the Comet because tier 7's decent mid-tier and I've got 5 skill coins in it and I'm beginning to love it again even though it got nerfed. And like now that little voice is saying woohoo! Because goddamn, as a match. Only T29 good gun depression will be up at the C3 location, I believe it is. C3B3. Using the gun depression to shoot down. Now, start of the game. We've got plenty of RT to worry about in the enemy team. 2 lower tier lights. Got the T67 going to be camping in the back. Enemy team only have 1 tank destroyer. That is important on this map because it means I'm going to be able to access their base a lot easier. And because they've only got 1 TD, I know that I want to make an offensive move around the south of this map as opposed to competing with the Oni and the T29 around the areas of the heavy tank engagement where we would use gun depression. So, hopefully, due to the fact that they've only got 1 TD, I'm going to be able to make a break over this location. Got to come on the VK may interfere, but the VK is platooned with the Chinu Kai, so if I see him, I probably see the other. Stewart is not platooned with anyone. Okay, cool stuff. Didn't spot me. I've got a max fuel range on this tank, 471 meters, I believe. So I should be able to pick enemies up quite well if the time calls for it. Now, on the RT, if I get spotted out this location, I can assume... Well, if the Grundy gets shot, we can assume that the Hellcat is camping. I mean, one would expect him to be. Wanted to wait until my team fired at him. Because if I shot at him alone, then he only takes a little bit of damage and he can fall back. But if I wait until my team shoot at him, then he takes much more damage because I can synchronize my fire and he won't fall back before we get to put our damage out.
Target acquired. Gotcha. Ready to fire. Enemy.
Hello, gentlemen. So, RT are going to be on the K line. That's high ground and will be above me. We haven't spotted a lot of the enemy yet. But at the north of the map, it doesn't look like that engagement's advanced very far. So it would imply to me that it doesn't really indicate from the fact that we haven't spotted much that there's going to be much camping. Just that the engagement has not moved far. Which does mean that I don't have to be as aggressive. Although that engagement is hotting up quickly. So most likely, I'm going to need to do this as quickly as I can. Using the R function there to stabilize my gun, I'm going to sweep over here in case we've lost the RT. But, Rudy got hit there, that means one of the RT at least is at H1. Incoming fire, alright, there's a Hummel. Okay, I doubt I'll be spotted by this Hummel.
Target unlocked. Ready to fire.
Trying to use the R function to keep my gun stable, not really working for me.
Penetration.
Alright, there's one. Other RT is the one that fired at H1. I thought it might be the Hummel. Okay, only in the distance. Enemy have won the north, which means I can't go under and round the me because I'll get shot in the ass. What I can do though is put flanking fire on this guy.
Critical hit.
Dystonia is rather annoying, is it not? I would say both the Oni and the T29 are coming back to base, so I'm going to disengage completely. Those guys are intelligent enough to come back knowing how good a player I am. I imagine they're running XVM, so they're going to come back. They're going to be working together in a platoon. I'm not going to play into their hands. I'm going to relocate. Yeah, they're both coming back to base as we anticipated, so let's use our mobility to keep way ahead of them. I mean, it's easy to outplay players like this. It doesn't matter how good they are. It doesn't matter if they've got a platoon advantage. All that it matters is what tank I'm in and what tank they're in. We have limitations in World of Tanks. Statistical limitations on DPM, accuracy, rate of fire, traverse speed. No matter how good you are, you still have to abide by the statistical limitations of your vehicle. That means that no matter how good the enemy team is, you can always outplay them. Right, so got to clear up this flank and then think about how best to outplay the rest of them. We can't work with Cap currently as this is an encounter, but we do have 3 arty, and there you go. So I'd say the most important thing at this point is vision of the enemy, because we got 3 arty, they've got none, and that means that with my 400-meter base view range, I don't even have to make an engagement to kill the enemy. I just have to make sure that our team know where they are at all times. We are actually at a big disadvantage here. If you take our arty out of the equation, then the enemy is set up to win. So we're going to use as much of our arty as we can. I'm imagining that this T-29 may be coming along this location. I'm certainly going to run into the arty around here somewhere, I don't doubt. So let's be careful with this. Okay, let's load the HE shell for the first one. Should be able to place that right through. There we are.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Dystonia, boys. Okay, T-29, don't want to make an engagement with him right now. Be foolish. I'm on full health, I've got an advantage, just skirting around the edges. Cheetah arty. No, that was kind of my fault, dude. T-29, if he's smart, will come up to this location to try and get a secure position on the cap. So if I keep vision up, T-29's up there. Okay. While the Oni is not involved in the engagement, I'm going to make a play on that T-29. He's away from his Oni friend. I know I can solo a T-29. So I'm going to try. Even if I can distract him, keep him away from the cap.
Ready to fire.
First shot bounces, that's not what we needed.
Let's find another target. Enemy armor is hit. Penetration. Permission to engage. Target released. Enemy armor is hit. Penetration.
Fired, HE.
Track hit. Penetration.
Alright.
Ready to fire. We didn't penetrate their armor. Target released.
He's got to engage the guys at the cap circle. And we've got arty that are planned on his location. That's a 105mm cannon he's firing, gives me time to push the tempo with 12 degrees of gun depression.
We didn't even scratch them.
Worried about getting team killed by my own arty here.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Dystonia is not nice. Got 1 minute on the cap. I'm trying to give our team some time, buy them some time in the cap to do the work that they can. This guy is playing for what? Is he playing for the Oni to shoot in from the other flank at our guys in the cap? They should have cover. With our arty, all I need to do is just spot this guy. Keep vision up. There's a Panzer IV. Come on, I need 1 good hit on that T-29. 1 good hit. The only is just fire, killed the guy on the cap. I just need 1 good hit. Okay, if I get 1 hit, please. I just need 1 alpha damage shot. Come on. Well, that changes things.
Didn't even scratch them. Target fired. Penetration. Enemy vehicle destroyed. Gotcha.
Alrighty. Only's distracted, it would seem.
Ready to fire. Target unlocked.
No, nothing skinny. Could have got the gladly, but not worth playing the game. Well, not bad for an introduction to a series on YouTube. I'm trying to give you guys an interpretation of what I'm thinking from the game. I mean, you gotta... There were several points in that game where my playstyle was impacted by what I saw on the other flank. There is so much information in World of Tanks that is given to you. Information that others miss. Like platoons, I mentioned this a while. If I see one member of this platoon, I know the other one is nearby. I know they will be working in tandem with each other, and I can work out how they will work together. And it's... I should have been dead, but I bounced the Oni off my ass. All I needed was one good hit from those RT, and when the T-29 committed, thinking that I was going to wait. I don't know what he thought when he committed over that hill to get shot by our team. He really should have just stayed there. There would have been nothing I could do. The only reason... Well, I won this game because of this Oni's poor RNG and this T-29's poor decision to come over and shoot me, which gave me the opportunity to rush him because my guys put shots into him. Platoons, you've got to keep an eye on the enemy team and the other flank. Because I'll tell you what, the one thing more influential than the things that are under your crosshairs is what's going on the opposite flank. Because what that does is it impacts your aggression. The amount of risk that you have to take in a game. You could see while I was coming up that southern flank, I was saying, okay, the heavy tank engagement on the other side is not progressing far. We haven't spotted a lot while I was coming up that hill, and that says to me, okay, I can take my time, I can go up, I can search for the RT, I've got a bit of time to work here. Whereas when they started pushing around to the corner, I was like, okay, I've done that time, I've got to get involved, I've got to get doing what I'm doing quickly. And so it really demonstrates to you how much the other flank impacts your playstyle, because you need to win one flank before the enemy win the other one. That's a very basic concept. And yeah, that's the first of these series. I have no idea what I'm going to call this. I'm sure I'll work it out by the time I upload it, but if you'd like to see some more on this series, do let me know, and until next time, farewell.
A few moments later.
I know who put that one in! Steve, you son of a bitch!
Even if they do say bitches!
Oh no! Oh no!